Have you ever heard of the term bookmarks when browsing the internet? Has someone referenced that word before and you weren't quite sure what they meant by that? Well, today I'm going to explain it to you. We're going to learn what they are and what are the benefits of using them. So let's get right into it. So when we talk about bookmarks, really we are just using a literal sense of bookmarks. So just like with a physical copy of a book, you use your bookmark to kind of keep your place and return back to the page that you left off on. So in this case, when we're talking about digital bookmarks, we are really just bookmarking a specific website that we like to go to more frequently than others. So when we are searching on the web, we often go to Google, we type in what we're looking for, we find our link, we open the page, and if you are trying to get to that same website every day or maybe even a couple times a day, it can add up when you have to use those extra steps to not only search for the website and then click on the website and then open it up. Unlike on our phones or tablets, where we actually get to use apps, where we download an app, one touch of a button, and that opens that site up to us right away. Computers are a little bit different because, again, you have to open a web browser, search for your page, and then click it to open up. So in today's fast-paced tech world, we are all about efficiency. We want to get to where we need to go as quickly as possible. And bookmarks is a good way to do that. So when you open your web browser, so in this case, I am using Google Chrome, up at the top where we have our address bar, over to the right, if you keep moving over, you'll see a few icons here. So this icon is if you would like to share the page with someone. So you can, once you find a website that you like, you can share it through email or you can share it through social media. But the one to the right, this little star right here, this is where you really want to focus if you're going to use your bookmarks. So let's go ahead and pull up a website that we frequent the most. So because I work at the library, I am on the website quite often. So let's say that I didn't want to have to search for the website every time, or in some cases, if you have a really long web address to a website that you had to, for one reason or another, actually type in, and you don't want to have to type that in every time, then bookmarks is where you're going to save it. So here at the Salem Public Library, we offer lots of events and programs, and they vary daily and weekly and monthly. So for those who are avid library patrons, then you know that you might be more familiar with the library website here. So let's go ahead and bookmark this page. Okay. So in order to do that, I'm on the page here now, and I'm going to go over to the star. When I open this up, click on the star, this little box opens. And of course, in the first box here, you have the name of the website. Now you can actually change this if you would like. So if you wanted to shorten it, we'll just put SPL for Salem Public Library. And then down below, you see where it says folder. Now this is going to look different for everyone. Not everyone has a folder created that says bills like I do. So instead, you want to go ahead and open this up. And just for a basic bookmark, you can go ahead and scroll down to where it says bookmarks bar. So when I do that and I hit done, it now put it right here in this little area. So now if I go out of my web browser here, I'm going to go ahead and just open a new one. You can see that now I have the bookmark there, and when I click on that, it takes me directly to my website. Now that's fairly simple, but let's do a little bit deeper of a dive. So let's say that we wanted to check on our utility bills. Okay, so over here I have Dominion opened up. I do realize I have a folder over here, so I'm actually going to delete this so that we can start from scratch. And you can see how you can create your own folder. Now, one thing I've seen several people do over my, tech training is that I've often seen people use the bookmark bar up here and they add lots and lots and lots of websites. Well, as you can see, there's limited space there. So there does come a point where your bookmark bar gets filled up, and then a lot of times people say, well, I bookmarked this page, but I don't see it on my bookmark bar. Well, that's because there is a limited space there. Now, if you would like to be a little more organized so that you have more space up there, you can create a folder. So let's say that I wanted to bookmark this Dominion website. So of course I'm on the website. I'm going to go right over here to the right where my star is, and I'm going to click on it. So here we have the Dominion page ready to be bookmarked. Now let's say that I want to add a folder that is just for my utilities so that we can be a little more organized with our bookmark space. So I am then going to go ahead and click down here where it says Bookmarks bar. And then I'm going to look and see if there's any folders there that I would like for it to be in, and it's not. So I don't already have a utilities folder selected. So instead, I just clicked back to bring that menu back up, back to close, and I'm going to hit more. Now, when you create a folder, you are putting it inside of either a subfolder or you're creating a brand new, almost like a header folder. So if you want it to be your main folder, so if I'm going to create one that just says utilities and it's not already inside of like another folder, I want it to be under where it says bookmarks bar here. So this is going to be a main folder that would go right into your bookmark bar. So make sure that that is blue and highlighted. And then you're going to go down and click new folder. Now, when I do this, you're going to see that the folder actually goes to the bottom of a list, and that's okay. It will sort of fix itself. So just go ahead and hit new folder. And now I'm going to write utilities and then hit save. So now you can see that there is a new folder up here named utilities, and it already has Ohio Dominion Energy in it. So let's go over to Ohio Edison. Now that we've created a folder for utilities, let's go ahead and bookmark this page into that utilities folder. So I'm going to go on over to my star here. And because it's the last folder that I used, it's already picking up that it thinks I want to put it in the utilities folder. Now this can be tricky. So sometimes people don't take the time to read this part, but you have to make sure that your bookmark is going in the correct destination that suits you the best. So if you wanted to change what folder it went into, you would click on this and you would then find the folder that you would need it to be in. But since we want it to be in utilities, we're good to go. We're going to go ahead and leave it on utilities and we're going to hit done. So now when I go to this utilities folder, you can see that there are now Ohio Edison and Dominion. Okay. So just to give you one more example, I am going to use the National Weather Channel. And so let's say that you want to keep this on here all the time, but you have multiple weather channels that you want to keep track of. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my star. And here's the name of it. Now it's quite long, so we could just put, we could change it if we want. You delete that text and could put just weather channel. Now the folder is saying utilities. Now I don't want it in my utilities. And I also don't want it just hanging out on my bookmarks bar because again, this is in this scenario, we're going to have multiple weather websites that we want to keep track of. So we're going to go ahead and create a new folder again. We're going to go to more. And now you see how it says utilities is highlighted. I don't want it in utilities. So I want to go back up and I want to click bookmarks bar. And then we're going to hit new folder, and we're going to write weather, and then hit save. And now my weather folder is right there. And when I click on it, we have the Weather Channel. Okay, everybody, I think that's about it for bookmarks. I know that in some cases it can seem like a lot, but really if you just kind of follow the guidelines and make sure that you're reading before you click, it really can be a helpful tool to keep you more organized and to make it so that you can have just a one-click route to the website that you're going for. That way you don't have to always search for it and look it up. Instead, boom, it's just right there. And just to show you real quick, if I close out of all of that and I open Google Chrome, you can see that my bookmarks are still there. And the nice thing about bookmarks is that if it is linked to your Gmail account, so if you have that all set up, if not, that's okay. But if you do have that set up, it will actually sync these bookmarks to your Gmail account. And so say for instance, your computer breaks and you have to start a new one, but you had 20 different bookmarks and you don't remember all the websites and you just wish that you could get them all back. Well, when you link up your Gmail account to the new computer, your bookmarks are populated for you. So it's just a nice way to kind of keep things organized. All right, well, I hope you learned a lot today, and I will see you next week when I do my next tech video. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day.